Here we go again. Hi everyone, it's Karen here and welcome to Eating Secret. Today we're making one of our best-selling soaps, black raspberry and vanilla, but each time I make it with a different look. So today's fragrance is from Nature's Garden, which I actually buy from Sell the Smells in the UK. I'll put a link to that company in the description box below and a link to the black raspberry and vanilla fragrance from Nature's Garden, so depending on where you are in the world you know exactly where to buy it from. We're using two MICA Mama micas today. One is blush pink and it's absolutely gorgeous, and I'm using mauve mica today. Now it's strange because the colour on screen it looks like it's not anything like what's in this pot, but of course it must be correct. So I'm actually using that today for the first time. So we're going to add to some sunflower oil a few teaspoonfuls of that blush pink. I nearly called it candy pink. So 4 teaspoonfuls I'll put in there. Well, 4 very heaped teaspoonfuls. And then we'll do the same with the mauve. It's a gorgeous colour. I'm hoping for more of like a crimson sort of colour, which is what it looks like, and that's obviously why I've bought it. I bought it from the colour that's on the screen on their website. So we'll see what it turns out like, at least, won't we? I was thinking I should maybe put a bit of gold in as well, but I don't know, maybe just the 2 pinks and a cream background. And we're going to make a scraper today because I want to scrape the top of the soap so it's nice and smooth. I just love that look where the top of the soap's really smooth. Of course I can't get it perfectly smooth, but I can get it almost perfectly smooth. Okay, so as before with the other soap we did, we need to cut a shape out of a piece of cardboard. This is like an old COVID test back. It's really strong, the card. However, it might be a little thick for the laminator. But we're going to try it and see if it works. I guess we'll all find out whether it's too thick or not. It probably depends on your laminator as well. So we just need to make a mark on the outside of the mould, and then we have a measurement here which is 1.7 centimeters above our liner. So from the liner to there we need to cut that shape into the cardboard. We're going to cut this card up to about 2.6 centimeters because that's how much clearance I need for my mould. Your mould might be a bit different. So that's the first thing we're going to do, is just cut that out. and then we'll just go in by 1.4 of a centimetre, because that's how wide the wood is on my mould. Make sure we keep your fingers out the way of that blade. I need my other scalpel because this one hasn't got a pointy end on it. Just making life difficult for myself. Right, I made one previous, but what I did was I made the towers, I made them too high, so I need to make them lower. But all I'm going to do now is just trace that oval in. And how I got my perfect curve is I just took the lid off one of my mica containers to just draw a perfect curve in there. So we're going to cut round that perfect curve. See if we've got any sort of shape showing on the back. Right, let's see what we've got here. That's it. So that just needs to slide up and down your mould pretty easily. Now, bearing in mind we're going to laminate this as well, so when you cut the laminate it's going to be a little bit narrower, so I might actually cut a little bit more off the outside, just straight down here, because I want the plastic of the laminating pouch to touch the soap rather than the cardboard touching the soap, because the cardboard will stop it having such a smooth finish. I don't know whether to just leave it massive like that or I'll cut it down across here. There we are. Brilliant. So we're going to laminate this now. A bit off the outside. Yeah, you can just wipe it and use it for another soap in the future. Right, literally the first time I'm running a COVID test pack through a laminator, so is it going to get stuck or not? Am I doing something stupid here? Oh, I've done it. Ooh! Uh-oh, it's working. It's working. Okay, that was lucky, wasn't it? So we're just going to cut this down now. Make sure you cut the plastic nice and smooth. And that's what will give you a smooth finish on your soap. So this is where you get your millimetre, well it's a couple of millimetres actually. This is where you get your couple of millimetres back on your cut. Of course, if you don't want to be bothered to do this, you can always buy scrapers. Lisa at I Dream in Soap, she's got some great scrapers. The only other one I know of, because it's not something I do a lot of, is Creamy Obsession in the I think she's in the States. Well, she's in Kentucky in the United States. I shouldn't have looked on her page, because she's got two amazing designs. One I have seen before, one I haven't. My favourite thing that she did was an apple. I thought that was awesome. But she's done some pencils, and I want to do those designs so much. So I might take inspiration from Creamy Obsession and do a pencil design in a tall and skinny. I think it'll work pretty well in a tall and skinny actually. Anyway, let's get on with this soap first. Okay, so we're going to start off with the bottom layer, and this is going to be our mauve layer. I'm just going to do it in two separate pours because we've got two moulds. So go with 1 litre for the layer. I don't know how much colour it'll need to, because I've never used it before, but I think it might need quite a bit. So we'll start off with 4 pipettes. I think it's not going to be very, it does look different, but I guess we'll see. Once the soap is saponified, then we'll check the colour with what's on screen. Right, we'll pop our fragrance in now with 3%. Okay, so I've separated off 400 mils of batter into here, 400 mils into here. We're going to add the pink, into one, and the mauve into the other. The colour is looking a lot better actually in the soap now. And then I've separated off some regular batter over here, which I'm not going to put any colour into. We're going to do an in the pot swirl for the middle layer. This colour might not stay pink because it might not be a soap stable colour. There's one thing with this fragrance, it soaks beautifully. It does have a little bit of acceleration with it, but I quite like that, especially if you're doing a soap like this, a layered soap, but it's not a crazy acceleration. You've still got plenty time to work with it, and for me they're the perfect type of fragrances. So I'm going to use 200 mils of the mauve, 200 mils of the pink in for 800 mils of the white, and then what I've got left over I'll make some more white and do another in the pot swirl for the other layer. And the way I do that is, because I don't want to use all of the soap in this container, because it's got the measurements on the outside, I just scrape around and you can see how much you've used. For instance, this I've only actually used 100 mils there, so I can still use some more. So I'll probably go in with a bit of the pink now. And just check that, see how low down that is. Still seeing just under 300. And then we'll just pour a little bit more of this one in here. Check it. We could add just a little bit more in there. I'm not going to stir it or anything, I'm just going to pour it into the mould like that. Right, so I'm just going to pour it over the back of the spoon, because the bottom layer, it has set quite a lot, but it's not solid. So using the back of the spoon just breaks that fall. Remove the liner clips. If you want liner clips, you need to find someone that has a 3D printer. Okay, so I think we're just about right there for the height, because we want the top layer I'm going to do in the mauve again. And then I'm just going to let those set up somewhat, and while I'm doing that, while I'm waiting, I can be getting on with doing another job. Alright, it's time for the coat. And there we go. Looks like I've got a bit too much, well, or not enough mica in the bottom part, because this colour's better than that, but it still looks good. I just better weigh that to make sure it feels heavy though. Put you on 0, madam. There, 200, that's about right. Well, it's 206. It's looking pretty nice, isn't it? Just something a bit different this time for the black raspberry and vanilla. There we have our latest version of black raspberry and vanilla, with the perfect arch for the topping, and I think it looks really pretty. Instead of going with purple, I know it is a kind of purple shade, but I think it really works. It's really nice and it smells fantastic. Of course, the swirl in it is so pretty. So it's time to get on with the next job of making my next video. So I'll see you all very, very soon for another video from Eden Secret. Bye bye for now.
What's that box? Why have you bought that?
Tall and skinny.